Good day, people. Matt Brown, Blind Sensei. So, we're gonna do some Tai Chi, Tai Chi, or whatever you want to call it. Taiqi. So, Tai Chi. So, this is just movement stuff, and I'm calling it. I'll just step back a little bit. So, you're going to be getting me. I'm right on the edge of the mat here, so it should be getting from my head. My hat, so I've had my hair cut, so I've had it, my ears lowered. So, that's on, looking a bit more different. Just with a Raiden hat. I think it's Adidas. Like the rest of my stuff what I wear. But yeah, hopefully you can hear me on this microphone because I've got it here on the strap of the. I'll put it on the top so you can hear me better. It was on the string of the hat. Right. Obviously, we've got two hands. We're going to do what I'm calling the up and down balance flow. So if you just move one hand, you'll feel that you'll feel the air, you feel the energies. If you can feel the energies moving up and down, you do it with the other hand. Yeah, you can do it with both hands. So it's as if you're waving or pushing water away, or you can term it however you want to term it. I will term things different to other people. Mr. Miyagi on Karate Kid, the first one, would say paint the fence. So with the nails, you would bring the nails up the fence or up the blackboard. You don't take them down until you turn your hand. So your palm would show. I'm just showing blind people. I'm explaining to blind people as well. You show your palm. When you go down, imagine just your fingers going down the blackboard or a wall or a fence. Just watch splinters. The pads of your fingers are going down, just going down. So the bottom of the hand comes down. Keep your thumb tucked in a little bit or just near the index finger, wherever you can fit it, so it's not going to snap down. Yeah, so it's striking down. Or we'll do other ones. We are going to do other ones, but this is just for the up and down flow. So obviously, when you're doing it with both hands, one can be going up and one can be going down. So you're pulling that arm down as you smack it there as well, or you push it up as you smack it. So it's doing two actions. The body can't handle when somebody else is doing two actions to you. So you do it, palm down on the right hand. That's that one. So you can see the palm, and I'm doing that with the other fingers because I'm coming up and down. So take a deep breath in, change. So that's a change when you breathe in, breathe it out. When you're striking, let the, if you pull all the air in into your spinal column, rotate your hip down. So you're pushing your bum down and your groin forward. So it'll do that. I'm just showing people your body will do that. It'll go forward. I'm not going to explain when I first had, I'm like, when they said rotate your hips. So I thought rotate your hips, but it wasn't. It was rotating the hips like that. So you're bending your knees, you're letting your ankles bend, and you're bending your hips and your lower back. So it looks like, well, I'll let you explain if you want to comment on videos, but you're doing that backwards and forwards. Just think about backwards and forwards from the groin, what you could actually be doing with that sort of movement. But you're sinking when you go forward a little bit and down. So you're sinking down on sitting on a stool sort of thing. Just do that. You can come up and down, or when you want to go up, yeah. So you rise, you go down a little bit, and you go up. So you're actually striking, bang. You can hear me there. I'd say 2 inches from the wrist crease on the top side to the middle. Anything past that, and you're going to lever that wrist so it's going to snap. You have got to angle the hands and the fingers, which we'll talk about at another time. But this is just the up and down flow. You can buy certain things. You might have seen it on Bruce Lee. It'll be training on bang 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 bang. He does loads of stuff, but he's hitting with certain parts of his hands. You do certain techniques, bang bang bang. So particular move when you're going down, you can do it to the side and stuff like that. It's called nagashi. So it's called a parry. So you're moving that hand to the side. So practice that with your students. Just if someone's going to strike you, if someone's going to strike, I'm doing it from that side. Just take it to the side or take it to the side. Open. So opening up and closing people. That's closing, obviously. Because I'm not. Well, I can do it. But if you're doing that and get close to somebody, they're not able to hit you. If you open it up, they might not be able to hit you again because you've got your guards. I'm not going to call them blocks because if you think you're a blocker, let me come and hit you because then you'll be blocking. You will block, right? So that's the up and down balance flow. So just remember, as you come down, you can go all the way down to the floor. I explained it on the video yesterday, but it didn't record. It got 2 minutes in and it stopped. So that'll be on TikTok, but it's doing it again. Right, so you can step with it. So stepping side to side, obviously, when you're doing movements as well and getting into different angles, train that with your partners or students. If you want to come down and you want to practice, why would you go as low? Somebody might be doing a round kick. Go down. So I'm kneeling down there and crouching, yeah? But I've still got a bounce. I'm on the, the ball of my foot so I can bring back up again. So I've gone down, yeah? I might be grabbing somebody's heel or the back of the leg. If they've kicked up at the top of me and I've gone underneath it, I'm going to get underneath it and come up. It's just something I've done before. You can do it with a kick. So you'll go down. I'm not going to try this at this point. I've not done it for a while. But when you go down, so you go down, come back up with a kick. If you're kicking off you can kick off the back foot. But if you want to leap forward, bang, and do that, you can do like if you're skipping forward and then jumping into a kick. Some people tell you not to do all that sort of stuff, but when it's necessary to do things like that, do it. It doesn't matter if you stick your fingers in somebody's eyes. If they're going to injure you or your family or whatever else, and you feel threatened and they've threatened you, needs must. Don't condone violence at all, but if you're protecting your family and yourself, do it. It's warranted to protect yourself and family. Right, so you've got down, yeah, so you can come to practice it. If you're in water, push it back with your hands and come forwards and as up as you can, and you'll feel all the water falling off your hands. Sometimes, if you're in a waterfall or a shower, you can do certain moves where it'll run, but you've got certain muscles. I mean, I've got a little bit, but it'll run down the bicep, off the arm, down the forearm, and then through the seiken knuckles, which you're meant to punch with. They're the two knuckles that normally strike with the best ones. If you try to do it with any other, you damage them. Not in alignment. So when you do certain punches, it comes in. So yeah, these are for flows. If somebody's coming in with hook punches, just do that and move. Don't just go up and down. You can go up and turn, and then turn back to them and come down. Whatever suits your. But obviously, I've got no training partner in here or anybody else to do it. You can do it with yoga. Bring that energy up with your fingers. Tips of your fingers are bringing it up. Come right to the top. Put your hands together. Yeah, and then you can go into sumo stance or kibadachi horse riding stance. So sumo stance would be turn your feet out and as low. I've got my trackers on and they're a bit sticky because it's a bit warm out there. Go down, and then when you're doing your exercises, you can breathe out, push out. You'll see that on Karate Kid as well. Breathe in, push out, and push up. Yeah. So what he does is does it, and then I think it's the second or third. It's the second one what he does. Yeah. So it goes through the eyes. So you notice I did a key eye as well there. I just do that automatically because I'm imagining cutting through something. So if you just imagine what you're doing, train for what you want to do. If you want to cut through things like that, have no fear. Train your hands all the time if you're a martial artist. That's why the mudras were a little bit hard for me for getting my hands into certain fingers, but you do certain exercises every day, move them. Movement is key for life. So if you're not moving, you're going to bugger yourself up. So please keep moving, keep breathing. You know, you got certain exercises for breathing, what you can do. If you need any help with anything, this is the up and down balance flow, Tai Chi style. So this is Mark Brown way of doing stuff. I'm the blind sensei. So I am going to teach it for me. If blind people are not understanding, please let me know and I'll explain it a little bit in depth to them people. And on the TikTok, you know, on YouTube. But please let me know what you think of the videos. If they're no good, just say they need to be explained a little bit more because we don't understand. You're moving about too much, we can't see you. Whatever, just do whatever. You know, it's just one man band, yeah. So I do a lot of things and put things into a sequence. But we're doing martial arts, but just do it for flow, movement. You know, if you do it with, I don't have an ear in here. I may have some, maybe one in my bedroom. Put a feather on the back of your hand and move your hand. It'll come off. It will come off. Move your hand as gently as you can and let it flow. You're moving round. This is obviously just going up and down, but you do certain angles. And I've not got my sticks out at the minute, but I have got a cane. 2 seconds. Let me just. Oh, I'm more outside here. Did that yesterday as well. Right, so I've got a walking cane here for when I get a little bit older, should I say. Sons of Cain, thank you very much. I'll mention them. Right, so I'm putting it on the tops of my hands. Yeah, so I'm rising it up. I'm not holding it with my fingers, but I come down, but it'll fall because it'll want to fall. So I use the palm heels or just put my fingers out to do that. You can chuck it up in air, spin it round. Yeah, so you can grab hold of it, spin it round, and obviously back to the wrists again. Put it on the backs of your wrists. Down and up. Train with something in your hands. You know, you might have a weapon. It could be a sword, it could be sai, nunchucks, just moving around. Now it's not heavy, but you know, we've got to sometimes train with different things. As you can see there, put my fingers out. So it's not catching it, but it's keeping it there. So I know if anybody starts, I can just do that. I've rotated the blind people. I've rotated it round under my arm as well. So yeah, I can bring it round my body, and it's got a hook on that as well. So if I want to come round, grab somebody by the neck, pull them in, bang, you know, grab that stick, or just grabbing the sticks off, so but my elbow caught them. You know, it's one of them things that you've got to practice. If you don't practice, that's why I do kata as well. I did do a certain style, but I know the Shotokan and the Goju-Ryu style of katas, that'll be done in the Woodaroo type of katas as well. So, yeah, the Shotokan based ones and Goju-Ryu, so Mr. Miyagi style. That's why we have certain stances. Some of them, depending on the strength of what you do, if you look, people that can see my hands, I'm holding my palms out. Now, if I turn my fingers towards each other, I'm creating different energies because them fingers are generating round, and now we're going round in a circle with that energy. So you're picking up a lot of energy inside you, magnetic energy of your own, not through anything that's woo woo mystical or all like that. You can do it yourself. You know, in Tai Chi, stand, and that's what we're talking about Tai Chi anyway with this. But I'm going to start going into basics, how you stand in alignment. So you just think of your ears, shoulders. Obviously, we meant it be, you know, your nipple side and your hips. and just keep them that length or that width. If you're not sure and you've got a belt or tape measure, or if you want to come down here, I can measure up. Yeah, just have your feet as if they're sinking into the floor. Turn your feet inwards a little bit and turn your heels out. That's what I normally do, and you can go down. But a lot of people with certain stances, it's damaging your legs because you're probably weak in them parts. So it's about conditioning. You'll do certain things with the martial arts where it'll condition your legs, and you'll think, "Ow, we trained for hours before just doing kicking." It's like, why? Because you need that training of kicking. So thank you very much. I bow out. So I just put my hands at my sides, put my heels together, not feet, and just lower the head. Depending on the rank of the person, keep down lower and go down lower. For the age as well, go down lower. You know, it's not a full, oh, I'm in an audience, I've got an audience, bow, you know what I mean? But it's like down and come back up again. I cross my hands, step out, then pull my hands to the side when they're closed. Close them, then pull them to the side. So you can do that if somebody grabs you. Cross your hands and just go out faster. Slow in, like we do with the breathing, and fast out. I give the audio of it as well, the vocal sounds. Right. Hopefully this video goes up for a bit longer this time because I did 11.5 minutes video yesterday and it went on and there were 2 minutes 51 minutes played and it just disappeared for whatever. I don't know what the reason is, so I deleted it off. Still on TikTok that video, so you can either go back and watch it or go on to TikTok and see that. So at minute it's a bit hay feverish for me, and that's why my nose is itching. So probably just need to drink loads more. I mean, I've got some water with me, so it's in my liquid hydrogen water bottle. Um, get a bit of more oxygen into my body. Right, thank you very much, guys. I've bowed out. So that's the up and down balance flow, I'm calling it. I'm keeping it simple, what I'm calling it as well. So, right, I'm near the camera and I've hired it up, so it should be getting me a bit better, maybe. I'm not sure, but